America. It often feels like the land of housing for all, but not for you. The United States has segregated its residential areas for most of its history through both policies and private practices, racializing neighborhoods in patterns which are repeated and reinforced today. Half of Americans say that accessing housing that's affordable to most people is a major problem where they live. At least half of renters are currently paying rent that's too high in proportion to their income, with Black and Brown women most likely to bear this burden. Almost every single one of us finds our rent or mortgage painfully expensive. But what exactly is the problem? And what can you do about it? I want to help you answer this question. I'll show you how you can map what you care about and what you can do against your community's unique housing needs, what it means to have a housing politic, and how to discover yours, and that knowing your individual politic isn't enough. It's also important to take several beats to listen and learn. That helps you find your people while keeping you away from saviorism. Housing issues are complicated, dense, and technical. I'll help you learn about those issues and where the levers of change are. If you can, vote your ass off. But your work towards change shouldn't start there, and it definitely shouldn't end there. Plus, I'll make sure to tell you one thing all housing heroes do. It's not what you think. But now what? How do you change your community with your community? I'll share a whole bunch of practical approaches you can try. You don't have to be a professional community organizer to take your advocacy seriously or to be taken seriously. When you're in the thick of it, building power and making change, you start to realize that the work is never done. So sometimes you have to be done with the work. How do you avoid burnout? How do you build your resilience? How do you hang on to joy? How do you build the stamina you need to keep showing up, making a difference, and building towards big change? And who are you anyway to think that you can? Well, who am I? I've done a lot. I'm a housing activist, advocate, and community organizer. I've managed departments, run a business, and started a nonprofit. I host a podcast, serve on nonprofit boards, and volunteer for my city. But my most important credential is who I started as. Nobody. I grew up poor, isolated, and vulnerable. I didn't know anything about my racial, political, and class contexts. All I knew was that things weren't great, and I wanted to try to make them better. I had to figure a lot out on my own. My name is Jessica A.S. Letaw, and yes, my last name rhymes with seesaw. With Move, I hope to show everybody who thinks they're nobody how to be somebody who changes the world.